head on over to youtube.com/the final lap for this. Pocono Raceway. It's a doubleheader weekend for the Cup Series, and we want to cover it here on youtube.com/the final lap. And first of all, before we begin this segment officially, Toby, I got to ask you something.
Yes.
Are you wearing the same t-shirt as last week?
No, I got my Chase shirt on this week.
Chase shirt. It sure looks the same.
Chase Elliott?
Yeah.
No,
Chase.
It's not Chase Elliott. It's, here, I'll show you.
Okay.
It's actually Chase from Paw Patrol.
Be there on the double.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Got to be there on the double, man.
All right.
You got a 3.5-year-old. It's all about the Paw Patrol, man. It's all about Paw Patrol.
There you go. All right. It is the Tricky Triangle on tap for this weekend. There's no fourth turn, even though Justin Allgaier still calls it the fourth turn. I'm not sure how he justifies that or can't count or whatever, but
I would say, honestly, it would have to be 6 turns if you're going on that method.
But he says he still comes off turn 4, now I'm doing it, turn 3, and he calls it turn 4, and his spotter's like, no.
So is he counting turn 3 as turn 3 and 4?
It has nothing to do with the track
itself.
itself.
Compared to the other ones.
Maybe.
But,
I do know there's a solar farm there. I don't know how you grow solar or what kind of
maybe
seeds
that has something to do with how he feels the turns are labeled. I don't know.
Little tiny baby solar seeds that you plant, and at any rate, it powers 100% of the facility on a race week, and I'm guessing it helps the surrounding area when it's not being used. So that's cool.
How helpful would that be though if you like implanted one solar panel and it just spawned more solar panels?
I mean, that'd be awesome.
That would be great.
Free power is coming from the sky. I mean, it's great. So 2.5 miles of Tricky Triangle goodness for this particular weekend. And we've got 3 different, unique, crazy turns at this place. And Toby loves talking about it. So I'm gonna hand that part off to him.
Well, did you know, Kerry, that the banking in turn 1 is 14 degrees, and this turn is actually modeled off the old Trenton Speedway in Trenton, New Jersey. No longer around. All right. But when it was, this is what this turn looked like. So
okay,
pretty important.
Piece of history.
Banking in turn 2, 8 degrees, and that's based off of a track we're all very familiar with. We just saw Indianapolis 500 this past month, won by Elio Castroneves for the 4th time.
I'm glad you mentioned him. Hold on. I'm glad you mentioned him. I ordered pizza yeyesterday. And
he brought it to you?
The pizza guy looked just like Elio Castroneves. I'm thinking to myself, man, he's fallen on hard times in a month.
Man, he's really burning through that Indy 500 money.
Not that pizza delivery people are falling on hard times, but you think after winning an Indianapolis 500, you might have some cash.
Maybe that's how he tunes up for the race, by driving
right
to get pizza places fast. So
well, the engines are made like 2 miles from my house. The winning engine. So
my question is, if this guy looks so much like Elio Castroneves, and we think we're spitballing here that it could have been.
Yeah.
Because legitimately it had to have been at this point.
Oh, you know what? I could check my doorbell video.
Yeah, well, also, look at the time that it was scheduled to arrive and what time did it actually arrive. It beat the time it was supposed to be there.
Right.
You're
like
probably
2 minutes.
At Elio Castroneves as your delivery driver.
Right, like out of oven, and then 2 minutes later it's at the door.
You're like, oh my, that's not even possible.
Right.
Did you at least look out and see if he was driving an Indy car to your house?
It didn't occur to me till I was walking away and I was hungry, and the pizza then distracted me. So
he's driving so fast that like the boxes get caught with air. They open up. There's just pizza slung all across his car.
Yeah, I tipped him really well, so I feel good about that.
Well, that's good. He's like, man, I didn't even need it. I just won like $2.5 million at the end. So
right? What a fool! Why did he tip me so much?
I'm just here for the seat time, man.
We're with the seat time. Oh man, I'm glad this is going on YouTube. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So anyway, like we were saying, banking in turn 2, 8 degrees, based off Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Then of course, banking in turn 3 is 6 degrees, and that's based off the old Milwaukee Mile, which is actually back in service this year. Did you hear about that?
Back in service, okay.
Yeah, they're going to be racing at the Milwaukee Mile. All these old tracks that have shut down.
Is that concrete?
Yes.
It might be concrete.
Yeah, you're so happy, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
So, yeah, the Milwaukee Mile's back this year. And so all these towns, all these communities are like with old racetracks that had no racing. All these people are just going to be so mad. They're racing at this racetrack, and I moved here. So mad.
It's supposed to be quiet around a racetrack. Okay.
Funny.
This
so,
is
yeah,
a first.
Essentially, what this
Go ahead.
Essentially, what this all boils down to with all these different turns, Kerry, is that this is a crew chief's nightmare. So have lots of Advil in one hand, have lots of Tums in the other. Mix them, match them, do whatever you got to do. That doesn't look like you're doing anything with Tums or Advil anymore, but that's fine. Mash that bell.
I love having video now. This is now a first for YouTube. Longtime listeners of the podcast and the radio show, they know what's coming here. Get out your Nimitz stick.
Do I have one?
Mine's still out in the yard. It's collecting dust. It's been a while. It's been a year now. I mean, our Nimitz stick.
How many of these would it take?
A lot, I'm afraid. Yeah. So what a Nimitz stick is, we measure Pocono Raceway, the front stretch, by how many Nimitz-class aircraft carriers can fit on the front stretch. Just visualize that. 3.42. That's over 3 Nimitz-class aircraft carriers can fit on the front stretch at Pocono. It's nuts, I tell you.
Yeah, that's wild.
So backstretch, 3,055 feet. Short stretch, 1,780. And, last year they ran a doubleheader there. And lo and behold, we were talking about them earlier. Kevin Harvick won on Saturday. Denny Hamlin won on Sunday.
Boom, there it was. So see, like we were saying, toe to toe right there, you know? One had the upper leg, then the other one would take the upper leg back.
Right. So here are the Cup races. Check out, I don't know what phrases you're talking about at this point, but I'm laser focused now. Check out your all the edge of your seat 3-turn action Saturday Cup Series. I'm still talking about here, 3 p.m. Eastern on NBCSN. That race is 130 laps or 325 miles, and the stages are coming at 25 laps, 77, and the checkered at 130. So Toby can have race 2.
Ooh, race 2 is on 140 laps, 350 miles. Stages, 30 laps, 85 laps, 140 laps, is what the last stage will end on. Check out all that edge of your seat action.
Yes.
3-turn action, that is. Sunday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern on NBCSN. So a lot of NBCSN, a lot of the same kind of time, a lot of the same kind of laps.
Right.
You know, same stuff.
Unless you're Justin Allgaier, and he's got 4 turns.
Well, yeah, it's true. He's got that solar farm telling him there's 4 turns, so that's good.
Right. Did you go through the laps and miles?
Did I? Yeah, I did.
Okay, I brain freeze. I don't know.
You were so focused on not listening to me talk about the upper leg.
Drivers, pummeling, Pocono, mash that bell. Kevin Harvick has a win, 14 top 4s, 20 top 10s, and an average finish of 12.
That has to be a mistake, obviously.
I think it might be. Yeah, it might be a mistake.
Can we get our Mash the Bell part of this sponsored by Taco Bell or something? That would be cool.
Bong. Yes.
Bong. Mash that Taco Bell. Brad Keselowski, 1 win, 10 top 5s, 13 top 10s, an average finish of 11th.
Yeah, you got a lot of top 5s under your belt, but what about top 4s?
Yeah, it's all about those top 4s, man.
Joey Logano has a win, 4 top 5s, 8 top 10s. Av Finn, 17.9.
Wow. How about Ryan Newman, a guy we don't talk about many times on these lists? He has a win, 9 top 5s, 15 top 10s, and his average finish is about 1/4 of the width of circumference around his neck, 13.3. Yes,
absolutely. Martin Truex Jr. has 2 wins, 6 top 5s, 13 top 10s, and an average finish of 14.7. If you want to know what I'm laughing about, podcast people, you got to go to YouTube. I'm not even going to tell you. You got to go check it out.
Yeah. YouTube.com/Final Lap. Check it out.
Yep.
How about this? Kyle Busch, 3 wins at this racetrack. That's quite a few. I think that's got to be close to the top, right? 9 top 5, 16 top 10s as Kerry continues to clown around. And an average finish of 16.0.
Kurt Busch happens to be his brother. 3 wins, 14 top 5s, 20 top 10s, and his average finish is 14.5.
And now this guy has the most wins of anyone at this racetrack.
Jimmy Johnson.
Oh. No.
Well, that's usually
always your thing.
Well, it used to come right here.
Well, at Pocono, it's Denny Hamlin. He won twice as a rookie here, so that should kind of set the pace for him.
Right.
6 wins at this racetrack, 13 top 5s, 20 top 10s, and an average finish of 11.3. He won one of these races last year. Can he do it again this week? Can he get his first win of the season?
All right, that does it for youtube.com/The Final Lap. Go ahead and like and subscribe and hit the bell if you like what we're doing. We truly appreciate it. And all right, up next, we've got Fantasy NASCAR Pocono style from
NASCAR.
Rowdy Dragon on TFLW.